Are you doing their lineup right now? Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, here we are getting ready for game 2 of this Saturday slate of games here at the Park District of Forest Park. We've got Iron and Blueprint taking off in the official game 19 if you're keeping track on your brackets here at this 9:30 a.m. game at the Park District of Forest Park, part of the 2022 No Glove Nationals Tournament here in Forest Park, Illinois. Winner of this game goes on to play today at 2 p.m. on Field 2 against the winner of the Fat Kids and Dynasty game taking place over on Field 2 right now. So Iron set to come up to the plate with Kremkow, Quirk, and Johnson starting things off. Blueprint with Bride on the mound. Want to thank you for joining us. This broadcast and all broadcasts here from Field 1 brought to you by Napleton's River Oaks Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Had a chance to talk to some of the old-timer players who were victorious in the last game. Very excited to be moving on in the tournament. Kremkow hits this one into left over to Rivers. Rivers under it, makes the catch for the quick first out. Want to thank everyone for joining us as we get this one underway. Little update from the games so far today. Impact lost to Old Timers 11-9. Old Timers moves on. Impact is done. And then Pharaohs is that one lined into, not into center, tipped up and caught to himself by London, the short center fielder for Blueprint. So a nice play there, able to take the liner, pop it up to himself, and make the catch. Trey Johnson coming up. So Pharaohs beat Good Program on Field 2 in the 8 a.m. game. Pharaohs 7-4 over Good Program. Old Timers 11-9 over Impact. So Pharaohs and Old Timers survive. Good Program and Impact are done. Johnson hammers this one into right. Right fielder took a step in over his head. He's not going to be able to make a play. Johnson around third. Johnson being waved home. That's going to be an errant throw from the outfield, ball coming in, but that's going to be a 2-out 4 bagger for Trey Johnson. So Dwayne Wright unable to make the play on that one, had him all twisted and turned. That ball floated for a while. So usually we're praising Johnson's defense. That time Johnson with a long ball. Early 1-0 lead here for Iron. This one down the third base line, just foul. Over on the Iron bench, John Oplowski comes out and points just to the ground, says I've always wanted to do that. Just like they do. They all ran out. Disagreed with the initial call, but not much pushback on that. Probably having more fun than anything else as Neiman up to bat. Lane Neiman, the third baseman. It's a pop-up over to short. Brownlow under it. Brownlow with the easy basket catch. So 1 run across on the home run by Trey Johnson. Blueprint coming up here as we head to the bottom of the first. So the Blueprint lineup sees Wright, Brewer, Rivers, Johnson, Monaghan, Brownlow, London, Hawkins, Irving, Specian, and Bride. Wright's been a good tone setter for this squad. Over on field 2 right now, we've got Fat Kids and Dynasty taking on each other at the 9:30 a.m. game. I'm going to pop the bracket over into the chat on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. So if you're looking for the matchups for the rest of the weekend, that will be updated as the tournament goes on. Also going to add the Game Changer page. That will have updates on the games going over on field 2, as well as all the games in this tournament. So as those updates come in, that will be added to Game Changer. No problem, Jackson Perry. Of course, as I mentioned last night as he was playing, Wright hits this one up the middle. Beckman knocks it down. Wright's going to be safe at first with a leadoff single. So, yeah, we'll get those updated as often as we can. I'll also try to keep feeding you guys updates from field 2 as they come in. Once again, want to thank everyone for joining us on this Saturday morning, day 3 of the 54th annual Forest Park No Glove Nationals Tournament. 16-inch softball. That one grounded over to third, thrown to second. Morales with the high throw over to first. That one well out of play. So Brewer's going to be cut down at second. Or sorry, Wright's going to be cut down at second. Brewer's going to reach on the fielder's choice, take second on the air. So 1 on, 1 out, and here comes Rivers. Nice breezy Saturday morning. We're looking at mid-80s today, which is still about 15 degrees cooler than it was last year on Saturday. This one hammered into center field, right in front of the center fielder. Rivers is going to have a single. Brewer's not going to stop. Brewer's going to come across the score on the RBI single from Rivers. So we are all knotted up at 1-1. This one hit foul to the right side. Is it going to stay in? It is. This one hit over to third. That one's going to be lined over and a double play. So Rivers a little far off first base. Johnson lines into the double play. That's going to end the first inning. So we're all tied at 1 as we head into the second. So we head to the top of the second. Beckman leading off the inning here for Iron. Beckman with a fly ball into center. Center fielder chasing it back under it, makes the catch. So Memo Morales coming up with 1 out. There's a strike to Memo. Memo drives this one into right center. Right fielder slides down to a knee, makes a catch. Umpire calls him out. Iron saying it hit the ground, but Wright secured the catch. Nick says his call, he's out. Doesn't have any alternative information on that. Morales taking his time, coming off the field. This one high into center field. Kulaga over to Brewer for the third out. So a quick 1-2-3 inning for Iron. Blueprint coming up as we head to the bottom of the second. So Andre Monaghan followed by Brownlow and London, 5, 6, 7. That one hit right at the left fielder for the catch. So Atkins with the out. Brownlow takes the ball. So 2 strikes to Brownlow here from Beckman. Illegal pitch. Dynasty leading 7-0 in the top of the second over on field 2 right now. Brownlow gives this one a ride into left field. Atkins there makes the catch. So 2 outs, and here's London. Two flyouts to left field. Let's complete the trifecta here with London. London hits this to the left side. So 2-1 count here to London. Hits it to the right side, bounces up the arms of the first baseman, Kulaga, but he makes the play, steps on first for the out. So a 1-2-3 followed by a 1-2-3. No action in the second. We head to the third. Iron coming up. So Brian Kulaga, Nick Wind, and Tyler Atkins coming up here for Iron. 8, 9, 10. This one hammered into left field for a leadoff single from Kulaga. So leadoff single brings up Wind. That one grounded up the middle. Bride throws to first, but Wind's going to beat it out. Run like the Wind for the single. Thought they were going to let that one through. London standing on second was going to try to make the lunge play over there for the out. Bride cut it off. So Kalaga at second, Wind at first. Here comes Atkins. It's a high pop fly over to second base, infield fly. We're going to get a tag over to third. Kalaga with the good tag, and then Wind following him. So a sacrifice infield fly, not what you draw up every day, but effective nonetheless, as you hear the same thing from the iron sideline. So one out. Kremko coming up. Hits this one into center field. Play's going to go over to third. It's going to be close, but not close enough as we get another sacrifice fly. Kremkow's the second out. It's one in, Wind over to third. Kalaga scores, and here comes Quirk. Quirk hits this one into center, tailing away from the center fielder. Over good range, makes the catch. Brewer with the good wheels, catches that one. So Iron able to bring one across, make it 2-1. We head to the bottom of the third. Blueprint up next. Well, new personal record. I just ate a bacon, egg, and cheese McGriddle in 2 bites. Hawkins up. Hawkins hits this one to the left side and foul. I'm in mid tournament form on this Saturday morning. We call that McPower eating. So Hawkins, Irving, and Fred up. This one hammered up the middle past Morales for the leadoff single from Hawkins. Irving up. Irving hammered another one of the longest balls I've ever seen in 16-inch softball yesterday on a rope. So there's a strike to Irving. Hammers this to the right, up the first baseman. Beckman tried to make an athletic play over there. Made an athletic move, unable to complete the play, but A for effort on that one. So Irving's going to be safe at first as the ground ball climbed up Kalaga's arms. Mark Kalaga couldn't make the play. That's the second grounder we've seen kind of crawl up him and bounce over to his left. So runners on first and second, and here's Specian. Third baseman for Blueprint, nobody out, 2 on. Takes a ball inside. That one hit into right field. Right fielder can't make the catch. Everyone's going to move up a base. Good effort from Wind. Unable to get his hands under it. And here comes, looks like we're going to get a pinch hitter, Cochran, number 5. So bases loaded, nobody out. Cochran hammers this one up the middle, off the hands of Johnson. Johnson can't flip it to Morales. Everyone up a base. Good job by Johnson getting to it. Pulled Morales slightly off the bag. Morales unable to make the play. So we're knotted back up at 2, back to the top of the lineup, and here's Wright. So Beckman with the fake, here to Wright. Wright hits this one to first, off the body again of Kalaga. Rough day over at first base so far for Mark Kalaga. So another run in. Wright reaches on an error. Blueprint takes the lead, 3-2. Little timeout as they talk to Beckman. Beckman couldn't get out of the first inning in yesterday's game. That one hit foul to the right side by Brewer. Up the middle, off the hands of Beckman. Beckman knocks it down. Johnson was working his way up to the middle to try to make a play on that one. A little frustrated as that one deflected. That's another single, another run scored for Blueprint. And right now, we are going station to station. They've got themselves a 4-2 lead. So Rivers up with the bases loaded, still nobody out. There's a strike. That one hit to the left side and foul. Rivers just a little bit ahead of it. The 1-2 count here to Rivers. Hammers it into right center field. Center fielder under it. Kremkow makes the catch, fires it in. We're going to get tags from second and third. So Cochran in to score another run right over to third. Brewer holds it first on the sacrifice flyout from Rivers. So 1 out on the inning. Johnson coming up, had a double play in the first inning. That one hit to the right side and foul. Umpire initially signaled fair, called it foul. One of those where the left hand went out to signify fair, and then the right hand went out to foul, to go the other way. Not sure if it was a dance move, a ditty, or just an official call, but so 5-2 right now, 1 out. Johnson takes a ball, 2-1 count. Johnson hits this one high to center. Kremkow under it again. Wright's going to tag. They're going to throw it into second. Morales gets it. So Wright with another one on the sac fly from Johnson. Here comes Monaghan. High fly ball to the right side into the tree. Let's see if that one holds. It is out. So we replace the ball right now. Usually we see it go through the trees. That one well over the tree. Very tall trees. This one hit into right center. Kremkow chasing it back, gets called off in right by Wind for out number 3, but Blueprint puts 5 across. They are now leading 6-2. We head to the top of the 4th. Iron coming up. So Johnson, Neiman, Beckman coming up here for for Iron. Street watching, welcome to the chat. Over here on Facebook. We're live over on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. So plenty of options to watch us here this entire weekend here on Field 1. Games about every hour, 15 hour and a half. 10 games on the docket for you today. 1 already completed, 1 halfway through. A 1-1 count here to Trey. Hits this one into right center. Big gap over there. Wow, what range out in center field from Brewer. Huge gap there in right center. Brewer playing just a little bit to the left of second base, ranging all the way over, made the sliding catch down to both knees, secured it for the out. Our earlier game from this morning between Impact and Old Timer saw Old Timer victorious. Pharaohs over, good program. So Impact or Old Timer and Pharaohs keeping their hopes alive. They'll play at 2 o'clock today on field 1. So Lane Neiman with a single. Beckman coming up, flew out to center originally. Hits this one to the right side and foul. Popping in a link in the chat to our Game Changer page. That'll have scores for all the games this weekend. That'll update as they come in from our staff. Memo Morales on deck after John Beckman. Beckman hits this one to right. That one looks like it's going to stay fair, but it's going to be caught by right in right. So Neiman still at first on the Beckman flyout, and here comes Memo Morales. Morales with a high pop-up over to short center. Ranging back, falls, holds onto it. Makes the catch. So good job there by London. London Bridge fell down there, but he held onto the ball for out number 3. So we get a substitute coming in for Iron. 9 for 44. That's going to be Eric Dede in for Mark Kalaga at first base. Had a feeling that one was coming after the rough couple innings defensively for Kalaga. Just seemed like he couldn't get a proper read on the ball off the bat, and they kept climbing up him. So Dede in for Kalaga at first. Dede wearing number 9. Bromlow, London, and Hawkins coming up here for Blueprint. This one hit to the right side, high to the right side, wind over, but he's going to be called off there by Quirk. Quirk makes the catch for out number 1. Wind rushing in hard, and at the last moment, he was called off by Quirk, and the right call was Quirk made the catch, and here comes London. London with the nice catch, the nice roll, held onto the ball. Seen a lot of players defensively lose the ball as they have went down to the ground so far in this tournament. Ball inside. Three balls, no strikes from Beckman to London. Ball inside. So ball 4 after the fly out from Brownlow. London reaches on a walk, and here comes Hawkins. Hawkins with the backward Sox cab. Takes a ball inside. Hoping to be a little more Andrew Vaughn than Leuri Legend on this one. Hits this one up the middle. That's going to be a single. Hawkins rounding first. Is going to be close at second. Morales gets it. Nobody telling him he's coming. Morales almost turning around, surprised. Good hustle from Hawkins there as all the attention was on London heading into third. He takes the extra base, 1 out, but now runners on second and third for Irving. Irving with the closed stance, slight crouch. Hits this one up the middle into center. Kremkow gets it in quickly. Hawkins is going to hold it third. So London in to score. Hawkins over to third. RBI single for Irving, and here comes Spiecian. High fly ball into right field. Kremkow over to right, cuts it off, throws it into second. So they're going to hold Irving at second, concede the run to Hawkins on the sac fly RBI from Spiecian. So Vernon Bird up. Written BRYD on the score sheet, so been calling him Bride, but I hear on the side, come on Bird. So we're going to go with that. Genuinely like the name Vernon Bird as well. This one hit into second base. Little pop fly over to Quirk at second for the out. So 2 more runs across for Blueprint after 4 innings. They hold a 5-run lead. Iron coming up. So 44 for 9. Mark Kulaga coming back in to hit for Eric Dede. There's a short-term memory involved in score booking here in 16-inch softball as well. Make a whole bunch of changes and then just go on and erase them. Bird is the word indeed. A good job by Vernon Bird on the mound today, keeping Iron just to 2 runs right now. A lot of pop-ups and weak flyouts from this Iron offense. The recently re-entered Mark Kulaga coming in to take the at-bat. Takes a strike there. Hits this one just over Brownlow's head, and that's going to be a leadoff single. So Brian Kulaga up. Hammers this one into left. Rivers doesn't have to move much, makes the catch, no tag. So the fly out from Kulaga, wind coming up, runner still on first. Hits this one up the middle, over to London. London steps on second for the force. No throw over to first. So Kulaga cut down over at 2. Wind reaches on a fielder's choice, and here's Tyler Atkins. Now that the shadows are gone from the bottom right of the screen, we can pop our sponsor graphic back up. All broadcast here from Field 1, brought to you by Napleton's River Oaks Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, riveroakscdjr.com. Get all the information there, address, phone number, inventory. Atkins hits this one up the middle into left center. Rivers is going to get it in quickly, and we're going to have runners on first and third. So Wind takes 2, Atkins with the single. We cycle back to the top, and here's Kremko. Kremko wearing number 8. I would bet at some point in his life he's had a screen name. Nate is great, GR8. Play over to first, but nothing close. Can smell the grills being fired up over just past left field. Smelling some burgers about a football field away. The wind blowing towards us. As Kremko hits that one just over Brownlow as well into left. Rivers going to get it into second. So Atkins takes 2 bases just like Wind before him. Kremko with an RBI single. Iron gets one back. They're chasing 5. So 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Billy Quirk hits this one into left center. Rivers over. Rivers makes the catch. Bird is pumped up after that one. So Quirk flies out to left to end the inning, but Iron's able to get one back. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Blueprint coming up. So we're going to redo what we undid, what we redid, and Eric Dede is going to enter back at first base, number 9, for Mark Kulaga, number 44. So Kulaga is done. Snip, snap, snip, snap, snip, snap. Do you know what the toll of 3 entries can 3 re-entries can do to a person? So Blueprint coming up top of the lineup here with Wright, Brewer, and Rivers. Right hits this one into left. Atkins down, slides, makes the catch. That might be the first sliding low catch towards the grass that we've heard both teams agree with, and both say good call, Blue. Probably a little more tongue-in-cheek in that comment, as we've had quite a few disagreements on some of those calls early on in this tournament. So right flies out on the nice catch by Atkins. This one hit over to second right at Quirk. So a quick 2 outs, and here comes Rivers. From what I can see on Game Changer, it looks like top of the 5th, Chicago Dynasty beating Fat Kids 12-3 right now. As Rivers hits this one into left, hammers it into left. Atkins has to play it back. Rivers going to stop at first with a single. That's one where Atkins was playing back, played it back off his back foot, but Rivers hit it so hard that he could not take the extra base. I guess that's a good problem to have, though. So Johnson hits this one up the middle. Umpire gets out of the way like a bull. That ball saw red. So a 2-out single for Johnson and a nice athletic move from our field umpire. So that one off the plate from Beckman. Pickoff attempt at second. Dre hits this one up the middle, just past Johnson. Rivers going to come around to score. So an RBI single there from the blueprint catcher. And then we're going to get Rogers for Brownlow. So Rogers, number 10, coming in to pinch hit for the shortstop. Blueprint with another run on the ledger. First and second, 2 outs. Ball just a little deep from Beckman. Three-0 count here to Rogers. There's a strike. This one tomahawk to the left side, stays in play off the yellow safety part of the top of the fence. So full count here to Rogers. Tomahawks into left, Atkins in, Atkins slides, makes another catch up against his body. Cradled like a baby for out number 3. So good job there by Atkins twice in the inning, making sure to secure the ball as he goes down for some much needed outs for Iron. If that one gets by him, that's a couple runs for sure. So we head to the top of the 6th. Iron chasing 6. They've got 2 more bites at the apple. Let's see what they can do. Johnson hits that one to the left side and foul. There's a strike to Johnson. So 2 strikes to Johnson after the foul and the strike. Swings, hits that one to the right side for the ground out. This one grounded over to third and foul. This one hit into the left center gap. That one's going to get some legs. Rivers able to cut it off before it finds too much space. That's going to be a double for Neiman. So Lane Neiman with a 1-out double, and here comes Beckman. And grounds it over to short. Brownlow Fields fires for the out. So Neiman's going to stay at second on the 6-3 ground out. That one hit high into center, chasing it back. Brewer makes the catch for out number 3. So a 1-out double from Neiman, erased by 3 outs there for Iron. They're not able to get anything going. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Blueprint coming up. So London's, Hawkins, and Irving coming up for Blueprint. Iron looking to hold them here as their time is running out. Blueprint looking to add to the 6-run lead. 9-3 Iron looking to hold them right here. (12-7) Chicago Dynasty leading Fat Kids in the top of the 5th right now on field 2. London up, hits this one into center field. Nice little golf swing for the leadoff single. So London on first. Here comes Hawkins. That one hit, swung into left field, the tomahawk swing. London into third. He's going to be standing up. So Hawkins is going to stop at first. Delayed first to third for London. That's 2 on, nobody out. And here comes Irving. This one roped into right for a single. So Irving over to first, Hawkins over to second, London in to score, and that's another run for Blueprint. They're now leading 10-3. So Specian swings, hits this one up to center just in front of Kremkow. Everyone's moving up a base. We're gonna have bases loaded. Bird coming up. So nobody out. Talking a little strategy right here. Want to thank everyone for joining us on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Having some good discussions in the chat. Learning all sorts of things. Converting some of my baseball lingo into softball lingo. Adapting like a chameleon. Bird hits this one back to Beckman on the mound. Beckman fires it home for the first out. They're going to hold it. So Hawkins out at home for out number 1. Irving over to third. Specian over to second. Bird at first on the fielder's choice. And we roll back to the top of the lineup. Here comes Wright. So 1 out, bases loaded. Wright coming up. Definitely the position you want to be in here as Blueprint with the bases loaded. Top of your lineup coming up. There's a strike. Wright hammers this one in to left. Atkins with the catch. Irving's going to tag. Irving's going to score. So Bird on first. That was right up to bat. So whoever's following along, you are 1 batter off. Brewer up to bat now. (11-3) Blueprint. This one grounded up the middle. Johnson with it, fires it to first for the out. Out number 3. So Iron with their backs against the wall, chasing 8. We head to the top of the 7th inning. It all comes down to this for Iron. Blueprint looking to keep them at bay. So we're going to get 40 for 9 here for Iron as we get started. That's Ron Vojic coming in for Eric Deedy. So it's been a very busy day in the 7 slot for Iron. Kulaga, Didi, now Vojic. Dave Butterfield has it correct over on YouTube. 16-inch is all about manufacturing runs. Had a conversation in the chat about the difference between this and something like 12-inch with the big boppers. Nice to have a couple in the lineup, but we've seen some big hitters hit some deep fly balls and some teams score 8-9 runs in an inning with all singles. So approach definitely matters as Vojic with a good approach there. Hits it up the middle. London with a nice play. Vojic's going to be out. London ranging across the middle. Looked like it got to him a little bit slowly, but he fired it across as his momentum was carrying him to first for the first out. Beat Vojic by literally about a half a step. So 10-3 for the first ground out. Here comes Kulaga. Kulaga hits this one over to left. Brownlow fields it, fires it. That's going to be out number 2. So we're going to get 21 for 16. That's Kyle Piotrowski coming in for Nick Wind. This one hit to the left side in between third and short. Nothing Specian and Brownlow can do with it. That's a 2-out single for Piotrowski. And then hopefully you didn't finish writing Piotrowski in your book because Wind is going to re-enter. So Tyler Atkins, the left fielder, regardless of what happens in this game, has played a stellar left field, a couple sliding catches to save some runs here late in the game to try to keep his squad in it. Hits this one to the right side, foul just over the Blueprint bench. This one hammered into right field, just over second base. Atkins going to stop at first, Wind over to third. And Iron stays alive. So we're back to the top. Nate Kremkow looking to keep it rolling here for Iron. Chasing 8. There's a strike. Nice pitch from Bird. That one over to short. Brownlow fields, fires close, and he's going to beat it out. Good hustle from Kremkow. So a run across. Fielded cleanly by Brownlow, but nothing he could do. Some wheels down the line. Deficit now down to 7. 2 outs on the inning, but got to admit, crazier things have happened. Quirk up the middle through the legs of Bird. London fields it, fires to first, and Blueprint is going to stay alive here in the tournament. So Iron pressing at the end, looking to do a little damage, but unable to get it done as their 2022 No Glove Nationals tournament hopes are dashed, and Blueprint able to win and move on to the next game. They're going to play the winners of Fat Kids and Dynasty on Field 2 at 2 p.m. today. Coming up after this, we've got Brick and Ballbusters on another broadcast. That game scheduled for about 11 o'clock, brought to you by Napleton's River Oaks Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. You can find more information on them at riveroakscdjr.com. We'll be right back with you with Brick and Ballbusters here in a minute. Thanks We'll be right back.